Hello and welcome to your hip opening flow, about 20-25 minutes. We're going to start by coming to a seated, comfortable position, whatever that looks like for you, and moving into some breath work. So you're going to use your fingers to clasp around your bottom two ribs. This is to help us get into our diaphragm as we breathe. So you want to feel the ribs expand out to the side instead of your belly rising or your chest filling. Let's breathe into our diaphragm. So that's inhale, ribs out to the side. And exhale through your nose, ribs come closer together. We're going to do this 3 times at your own pace. Inhale, ribs expand out to the side. And exhale, ribs knit closer together. Inhale, ribs out to the side, filling your diaphragm. Exhale through the nose, ribs knit closer together. Last one at your own pace. Inhale. And exhale through the nose. Keeping that same pace of breath through your whole practice. The breath really is the key to unlocking your flexibility. So mindful of breathing into your diaphragm during the whole practice. If you want to, take a moment to set an intention for your practice. Mine lately has been discipline, trying to stay disciplined in all practices of wellness. Just close your eyes and think on your intention just for a moment here. And opening up your eyes. Let's come to a tabletop position. So wrists right underneath shoulders, knees right underneath your hips. Settling into your tabletop, pushing the ground away. So not sinking down, but pushing the ground away. We're going to move into some spinal moves, like our cats and cows. So as you move into cat, which into cow, you arch your spine, arch your lower back, but really push your chest forward and through and drag the mat back. And exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae, rounding your spine for cat, looking at your belly button. Inhale, arching your lower, middle, upper, and neck. Look up, pull the mat away, chest comes through, sit bones widen, and exhale, rounding your spine, looking at your belly button. Just do this 2 more times at your own pace with your breath. And exhale, round, push the mat away. Last time, inhale, arch your lower, middle, upper back, pull your chest through, push the mat back, and exhale, round. Look at your belly button. And coming to a nice neutral spine, tucking your toes and coming into a downward dog. Settling into your downward dog, so that can mean pedaling out your feet. Your sit bones are wide. You're looking at your belly button. You're pushing the ground away. A lot of the weight is in the back of your feet. So avoiding being up too front, but coming into the back here. Widening your sit bones, releasing your hamstrings. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, bend your right knee, point your toes towards your shoulder. Inhale, straighten your leg. Let's do that one more time. Exhale, bend your knee, toes towards your left shoulder. Inhale, legs straight. Exhale, step through. Lower your back knee, untuck your toes, and rise up into a low lunge. If it's available to you, look up between your hands. Back bend feeling in your chest. Feeling your left hip lengthen down and forward. Inhale, reach even taller. And exhale, hands back by your foot, lifting, curling your back leg, lifting your back knee, and just rocking back and forth here in your runner's lunge. Feeling your left hip lengthen down. Inhale and exhale at your own pace as you rock back and forth, releasing that left hip. Inhale, drop your back knee, untuck your toe, and rise up to a low lunge. One more low lunge here. Feel that left hip lengthen down as you look up. And exhale, hands back by your feet. Lift up your back leg for a runner's lunge. Begin to rock back and forth, planting your left foot, your left hand down, and your right arm up for a twist. You should feel your left hip releasing even more now as you're twisting. Stay twisted and drop your back knee, and if it's available to you, grab your left foot from the outside. And if it's not available, that's okay too, just for the direction. Just try to pull, hamstring curl your back leg into your booty and pull it towards you. Sinking your left hip even lower by bending your front knee even further. Inhale, kick your leg into your foot, and exhale, push it even closer. Inhale, kick, and exhale, push it even closer to your booty. Exhale, let go of your back leg. Coming back to your low lunge, let's rise up one more time to really lengthen down that left hip flexor. Look up. Lengthen down your left hip. Envision it getting longer. And exhale, hands back by your foot. Gracefully step your front leg back into a plank and lower for your chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, knees off the floor, chest up and forward, and exhale, roll over your toes for downward dog. All right, we're back in our downward dog, feeling a little warmed up. I'm sure you can feel that release in your left hip. Look at your belly button, weight in the back of your feet. Inhale, rise your left leg up. Exhale, point your left toes towards your right shoulder. Feeling that release of your left hip again. Inhale, straighten, and one more time, point your left toes towards your right shoulder, opening up the hip. And inhale, straighten your left leg and stepping it through to the front. Dropping your lower leg, your lower back, or your back leg, untucking your toes and rising into a low lunge. Inhale, sit even lower into your low lunge, looking up, stretching up, getting longer in your right hip. And exhale, hands back by your feet. Pick up your back knee and rock back and forth as you stay in runner's lunge. Inhaling and exhaling. With every breath, you're releasing tension from your hips. Stay really mindful here and focus on that right hip. Drop your back knee, untuck your toe, and rise back into your low lunge. Inhale, look up. Let your right hip sink further towards the floor. And exhale, hands back by your feet, coming back to your runner's lunge by lifting your back knee and rocking back and forth just a couple of times. At your own pace now, moving into low lunge, knee down, untucking your toes, rise up, look up, letting that hip drop towards the floor. Exhale, get longer. And hands back by your feet, lift up for a runner's lunge. Very nice. Keeping your right hand planted, your back knee is up and engaged, your quad is engaged, and left hand up to the sky for a twist. Looking up towards your hand. Rock back and forth if you want to, letting that right hip get long as you twist. And dropping your back knee as you stay twisted and kicking your right foot towards your left hand if it's available to you. Grab from the inside or outside of your hand, whatever feels comfortable. Inhale, kick into your hand, and exhale, pump it towards your booty. Inhale, kick, and exhale, elongate. Inhale, kick, exhale, there we go. Releasing back to your low lunge, rise up, look up, let the right hip get longer towards the ground, and exhale, hands back by your feet, gracefully step back, lower for your chaturanga, inhale, upward dog, And exhale, roll over the toes to your downward dog. Nice work. Taking a breath here. Catching your breath. Don't ever let your breath get out of hand. Always keep it controlled. Inhale, right leg up, point the toe. Exhale, step it through. Lower your back knee, untuck your toe. Rise up for another low lunge, not here for long, and rock back to your half split. You want your hips right on top of this knee. Your hips are nice and square. Flex your front foot. So your front leg is very contracted. You want to arch your spine, so kind of stick your booty out and arch your lower back as you fall forward. If you can only stay here, that's fine. You can use blocks. You can stay right here. You can fold all the way down. Wherever you're at, that's okay. We're just trying to get into the hamstring and the calf, so keep this front foot flexed, your quad pulled up on, and keep a back bend feeling in your chest. So you don't want to round over like this. You want to keep it nice, your spine pulling through on your hamstring. For another breath or two, just getting into those hamstrings. And when you're ready, rock back to low lunge. Look up one more time. Take a big breath in while you look up and exhale. Hands back by your foot. Gracefully step back. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Look at your belly button. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step down, foot goes forward, drop your back knee, untuck your toe, and come up to a nice low lunge just for a moment before we rock it back to a half split. So set up just the same. You want to feel nice and engaged here. Hips are on one line. Flex your front foot. This quad is nice and engaged as well. Keep a nice arch in your spine. As you try to fold forward, you can stay right here. This is the same stretch as this is, but you want to avoid rounding. So keep a nice back bend in your chest. You're thinking chin to shin. Take a couple breaths here, releasing your hamstring, keeping that spine nice and arched so it pulls on your hamstring as well. And your calf through the flex of your foot. One more breath. And exhale. Rock it back to low lunge. Inhale up. Right hip's getting longer. And exhale. Frame your foot with your hands. Gently step back. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a moment here in your down dog. Look at your belly button. Taking a couple breaths and catching it here. Whew. All right. Okay, if we've caught our breath now, we're going to inhale our right leg up and step it through between your hands and rise up into a high lunge. You should feel your hip release here as well. We're gonna open up to warrior one. So your body stays forward facing, but this back heel comes down at about a 45-degree angle, and you wanna line it between your two heels for your warrior one. And exhale all the way to warrior two, where you open up your hands and sink even deeper into that right foot, into that right leg. Going to inhale, one big breath, and exhale, back hand slides down your back hand or your back leg. Long line from your pinky all the way through your side body to your front knee. Envision the side of your waist getting even longer. Inhale back to warrior two. Exhale, either forearm on your front foot or on the ground, but try not to sink all the way in. Keep it nice and strong. Long line from the back foot to your pinky. The other side of your waist is now getting nice and long. Inhale into the side of your waist. And exhale back to warrior two. We're going to do that one more time. Exhale, reverse warrior. Long line on the right side of your waist. And inhale. Warrior two. And exhale. Side angle. Other side of your waist is getting nice and long now. And back up to warrior two. Cartwheel your hands and frame your foot. Gently step it back. into your plank and lower for chaturanga. Untuck your toes, inhale up for upward dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Same thing, other side. Inhale, left leg up, exhale, step it through. Inhale up to high lunge, sitting nice and low on that right hip. It's getting nice and open, and drop your back foot to a 45-degree angle into your warrior one. Inhale, and exhale to warrior two, opening up your arms, sitting even lower into your front foot. Big breath in, and exhale, reverse warrior. Long line from your left pinky to your left knee. Sides of waist are getting longer. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Nice and strong. And inhale, back to warrior two. And exhale, reverse warrior. Only one more to go. Inhale, warrior two. And exhale, side angle. Whew, yeah. And back to warrior two, cartwheeling your hands, framing your foot, gracefully stepping back, lowering chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, roll over your feet. Downward dog. Take a couple breaths here. Whew, that should feel pretty good. All right, inhale, right leg up, stepping it through, come up to a high lunge. Now what we're gonna do here is you're going to try to straighten your front leg. You can touch the ground here and just straighten your front leg. If that's not available, you can kind of hang out up here. This is way harder for me. Or you can use blocks. We're just getting into our hamstring now. The back ankle is lifted up. You can kind of move through here. And once you kind of got your legs straight, just forward fold over it. Taking a breath, not a lot of effort. Trying to find some ease in this position. Inhale, back to high lunge. Up you go. And exhale. Hands back by your foot. Gently step your leg back, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, roll over your feet to your downward dog. Take a breath here. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale up to high lunge with the strength of your thighs, letting that right hip sit nice and low and long. And keeping that back foot nice and lifted, we're just gonna try to straighten our front leg. You can use the ground for support or blocks or wall, whatever works. Inhale, look up like a back bend, and exhale, forward fold. Nice work. Holding it here for a breath or two. And inhale, back up to high lunge. Whew. Keeping your balance. And hands down, gently stepping your foot back to plank, lowering chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale to down dog. All right, we're going to step our feet all the way up to the front. You can do that with a little hop or just walk it all the way up. Inhale, halfway lift, so you're arching through your spine. You're looking up, you can use your shins or the floor. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, look up. Exhale, hands at your center of your chest, hands by your side, empty the lungs. One more time. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Hand bend at the knees, hands on the floor, and gently step back or jump back to plank and lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, roll over the feet, downward facing dog. Looking at your belly button. All right, this time we're going to also step up, but we're gonna have our feet outside of our hands. So just jump up, feet outside your hands, and sit down. Now, if your feet aren't on the floor yet, That's okay. Just sit as low as you possibly can. Using your elbows to push away your knees. Kind of pushing forward your pelvic, your pubic region. Lots of engagement in your glutes. Your elbows are pushing your knees away. You're proud through your chest. Just sitting here, kind of rocking back and forth if you want, slight movements. You can also come into your crow here if you'd like. So using your elbows as support, just tipping over. This is just mostly for fun. You don't have to. And we're going to move into a couple twists. So using your left elbow into your left knee. Rise up your right hand. You can even bind it and look for your crease, your hip crease, or just stay here, whatever kind of works for you. And switch sides. There we go. Okay, coming back to your Malasana, hands at the center of your chest, hands down and rising up all the way, shifting your toes, facing forward, and just sitting here in a forward fold. So grabbing your opposite elbows if you can, and forward folding, a lot of weight in your toes, almost like you're gonna fall over. Your sit bones are super wide. Exhale, sink even deeper, more weight in your toes, head gets heavier. All right, we're gonna make a kind of a funky transition here, but we're gonna come to the side of our mat now. And you're gonna bend the left side and sit all the way down into a Skandasana. So trick is with a Skandasana, this leg should be flexed or pointed, kind of like a half of a Malasana that we were just in. And as if there's a ceiling right above your head, try to stay as low as possible as you move forward to the other side. You can come up a little bit further if you need to, or use your hands for support, just like this. And moving to side. We're just gonna be here for another minute or so. So just give this last part of the hip opening flow your all. Whew. Coming to center now and rising up, straightening both legs. Sit bones are wide. You're digging into the lateral edge of your foot. Inhale, arch your spine, and exhale, forward fold. Weight in your toes, just like you were in your forward fold. Put your head on the ground, your hands on the ground, lots of weight in your feet. Your sit bones are widening behind you. Should feel nice and good. Bringing your heart rate all the way down, nice and calm. Inhale, rise all the way up using the strength of your legs. And left foot is forward. Whew, and stepping it back to plank, lowering chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward dog. All right, we're gonna do one last jump to the top of the mat with the feet outside of the hands. Coming back in your Malasana like you just were. Your hips should feel really open by now. We're just gonna come to seated and rock all the way down, grabbing your back of your thighs with your hands. Curl your spine so you're lowering it vertebrae by vertebrae. You might need a little bit of support from your feet or your knees. Lower, middle, upper, and head. Lowers all the way to the ground. Come into a happy baby, grabbing the outsides of your feet and pushing them down. Widening your hips even more. You can straighten one leg, straighten both. Rock side to side. Let's take a couple big breaths in here. And exhale forcefully through your mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale loudly through the mouth. 2 more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Last one. Bringing your feet together for goddess pose, opening up your legs here. Hands down by your sides. Come back to your intention, whatever intention you set. Thank yourself for setting time for this practice, letting go of tension in your hips. You can stay here for as long as you'd like. Thank you so much for joining.